Thank you. You're doing a better job of modding than me. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Fiercestbard, and welcome to my channel. And I'm doing my intro again. What is going on, everybody? We're drawing this fan art of Mint today. Did you guys know that? Was that something that I already said? Thank you. But yeah, we're drawing this fan art of Mint today, and actually, this is a pretty good test because for the last like what 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks, not everyone has an amazing mod such as myself. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I should be a better mod, but I was kind of busy. But you are an amazing mod. But yeah, like so I do have some news on stuff. For the last 3 weeks, maybe it was 3 weeks, I don't know. We've had some issues with my equipment. It's been a pain in the butt. I thought it was a situation tied to Clip Studio Paint, actually. I actually thought, number one, that it was a Clip Studio issue, and number two, it was a Huion issue with the Canvas 13, right? So I kind of spent like 3 weeks looking up info and trying to fix this. I uninstalled drivers, I rolled back versions, I went into the BIOS, I upgraded my firmware, I did all kinds of crazy stuff to this computer. I looked everywhere and stuff like that, right? And the only place that I didn't actually look when I was looking for help for this laptop was actually Reddit. And that's the funny part about all this, because it's like, why would you look on Reddit for help for anything, right? But actually, there was a subreddit that was actually dedicated to the laptop that I have, actually, like the brand of laptop that I actually use. And they actually were reporting the same issue on that subreddit. It turns out that this was not just like a me thing. This was like happening to everyone. There were moments like every 5 minutes where the laptop would actually stop for like 1 or 2 seconds and stutter for a little while, and then just kind of come back. And it was like, at first it wasn't that big of an issue. I will say that I kind of fought through it. It wasn't that big of an issue because I could still do the arting and stuff like that, right? Like, I continued coloring, continued working. It's just that every now and then, like, it got so annoying. Like, I had to, like, I would accidentally grab certain parts of the canvas in the and resize my toolbars and stuff like that. It got so annoying that like every few minutes I had to reset my UI a little bit and stuff like that. The stuff that you guys could not see because I don't know, like I guess that stuff doesn't appear when I'm doing it on the canvas while it's streaming, right? So it was like kind of going through all the tips and stuff like that, and nothing was working for me too. So I just kind of like thought, oh man, that's it. It's probably one of those situations where you just gotta wait for a solution. There's really no fix. The only fix is they have to do it on their end, and if they don't do it on their end, you're just kind of stuck with this, right? But actually, I've noticed just today, this morning, that I saw a post in there that mentioned disabling certain processes in my task manager, right? So I hit the trusty old what was it? A Control Alt Delete, and then I went into my task manager, and then I started clicking on everything that I could that sounded like this thing and ending those tasks. I have not turned off my laptop since then, and I also have not seemed to experience the stutters anymore. I'm not 100% sure that this is a fix, but if we get through this and there's no issues, I'm confident in saying that perhaps this was a fix. Not everybody on that board believes that it is it definitely is a fix for the situation, but it could be. So far it's working for me, so I'm hoping that it holds up while I work on this today. So yeah, that's where we are. And situations like that kind of suck. They always kind of suck, right? Like because it got me thinking, like, oh man, should I get maybe I have to get a new system a little bit sooner than I had anticipated and stuff like that, because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do anything basically. In terms, I mean, I could still do stuff. It's just that, like, for example, I keep making jokes about it, but my face kept freezing, like, every 5 minutes, and it's kind of like, it's a joke at first, but then it's like, after a while, it's kind of like, oh, you know what? This is probably not going to be helpful for me in the future. So yeah, like, it seems to be holding up, so I'm crossing my fingers. And I'm hoping right now. But yeah, if it does hold up, that'll be awesome. That'll definitely be awesome. Then, But the one thing that I can say is, even if it doesn't hold up, I am still surprisingly able to do my arting. In spite of the fact that my laptop was just acting up like crazy. Like, I don't know how I made it through this image in particular with the entire image, like, just revolting against me, but it looks like I'm still able to do the arting, which also brings back the idea that you can art without fancy equipment. Hell, you can art with equipment that's failing on you. Okay, you can just like as long as you have the patience, you can art for sure. You don't need no fancy pens or iPads or whatnot. You just need to have the patience of a saint and be crazy enough to try to draw through all the stuttering and the stuff that would normally drive somebody insane. That's all you need. But yeah, like, I'm hoping it holds up. It's so far so good. But the real test is going to be when I reset this this laptop. So eventually I'm gonna have to turn it off, right? So like, if I turn off this laptop for a night, and then I turn it back on and I do that, and I take the same steps, or at least before I turn off the laptop, maybe I'll go into the task manager and see if any of those processes have like startup automatically enabled for them, so I can maybe turn them all off, and then like, that might help. If I can do something like that, maybe that will help the next time I turn this laptop back on and stuff like that. So but yeah, that was my odyssey with this my equipment and stuff like that. It's not fun whenever there are issues with computer stuff, especially since like, we're so like tied to using it, right? It's not like And again, you can still art without it, right? But the unfortunate part is I started this project on this system, right? I could probably try to do something like transfer it over to my iPad and finish it off. But, I kind of wanted to avoid that, right? Because, like, my iPad wasn't exactly having the best time with how big my files were going. And it is getting a little bit old. Like, my iPad is not... it is not a young whippersnapper anymore. It is an older iPad, so it's kind of like, please, no, please. But yeah, that's what it was. I think hopefully it's and again, it seems like things have definitely, like, the changes I made definitely seem to be helping. They seem to be. I don't want to declare victory just yet, though. I don't want to be like those teams that celebrate too early and then somebody scores on the other end because they're too busy, giving themselves like a self high five and a pat on the back. But yeah, I am glad that it wasn't necessarily because of any of the equipment I got, because to be honest, it's like some of this stuff I actually picked up quite recently. So like at least within the last year and stuff like that, right? So it'd be kind of sad that, like, you only got like a year's use of something that's quite expensive. It's not like the most expensive stuff, right? Because, like, like the Huion stuff is relatively affordable in a sense, but $200 is still $200, right? Like, it's not like, you don't just like freaking sneeze at that level of money, right? Like, unless of course you're like a crypto billionaire or something like that. And then the other sad part about all that would have been, like, if it had kind of continued, it would have basically stopped my ability to play certain games like Monster Hunter and stuff like that. Right when they did the update to get the game up and running really well. So it's like, that's unfortunate. But yeah, like, I was giving some of the changes that I did a shot, actually, before stream, so you could kind of see some of the changes that I made early on. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this, you could kind of see it. If I zoom out a little bit, there were some changes that I made to the image's coloring, and then there was also like this situation here where I wasn't quite sure what to do about highlights in the hair, and then I decided to do the rainbow colored highlights, and they seem to be working. That actually seems to be pretty decent. So I think this is the way that we're gonna go with this. I think this is it. Because again, her hair is just way too light of a color for the highlights to actually show up to begin with. So it's like I had to choose something that's a little bit darker colored, or which wouldn't have made sense, or do something like this where, it's kind of like reflecting the light that's here and stuff like that, right? So that seems okay, you know? I kind of like the look of it, so I think I'm gonna keep it. Okay, what else do we need on this? Now that we're kind of done with the white parts here. So far so good. My face is still moving, so, you know. That's always a good sign. I will say that's always a good sign. Let's see. How about this? Actually, we gotta add to some of this. So here, let me do this because so on Mint's dress here, she has these parts that stick out, and then there's like a yellow border of some sort here. So I'm just kind of drawing that in. I know I could add it as just the color if I really wanted to, but actually I noticed that I drew the ribbons here in the wrong place too, so I was like, you know, maybe I'll just add onto it. Goofy, what's up? Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? How you doing? I actually was just done explaining. I think I might have fixed my problems. My face is actually working today. My face is actually working today, and quite possibly, if we're lucky, it will remain that way throughout the entire stream. That's if we're lucky. Okay, it seems like it's holding up again. I thought for a moment there that it was doing the thing, the stutter, but actually it was just doing its autosave. Like Clip Studio was just doing its usual autosave. You're back? Yeah, you are back. What's up? How you doing, Goofy? How's everything with the Goof Troop? Okay, let's see if I can go into this panel. Just put things back the way that they were. I'm great. Yeah, we great. For real. Nice, nice. You know? Always cool to hear. Always cool to hear. Probably have to change this a little bit, the way that this looks. Or maybe I don't. Cool, alright. That seems okay. Like awesome? Like awesome? Like super awesome? But yeah, we made a lot of progress on this since we started. So I am hopeful. I'm hopeful. I know I've been saying this like for the last few streams, but I'm hopeful that this is it. This is the stream where I can basically start to come and put some like the finish on some of this, and then maybe possibly have some all that I'll have left is like the finishing touches and things like that. I'm hoping that this is it. I'm hoping. But we'll see. We'll see if that happens. And then she's got the white stripes, so I'm gonna just take the eraser tool and go, whoa, there's nothing down there. Because there's no white part over there. I gotta fill that in. Jeez. Yes, super awesome. Well, that's good to hear, you know? I always like it when it's super awesome for you guys. Wait, what's going on over here? Why is it not? Oh, wait, you know what? It's probably because there's like a shadow over... Yes, there is. There already is, in fact, a shadow over this. Yep, I knew it. Okay, let's see now. What's going on? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, those parts are always going to be kind of covered up, so... And then not so much over here. Okay. That's good, and now we can work on the green part. Okay, let's see if I can get this to look the way that I think it's supposed to look. We'll see. We'll see. I usually try to do like a very light gradient on it that kind of helps to define the volume here first before I go in and start shading. So we'll see if that actually works here. Uh, we call it Goofy Gang, Goofy Bros, or the Goofies. Really? Is that what you guys call it? Okay, a little bit darker. For there. Yeah, I'm a little quiet today too because it's like I could feel it. I wanna finish this. I'm like, it's so close. Okay, first we have that, and then we go in and we make shadows. Yeah. Okay. Shadows will be the purplish color. And then just kind of have to look at the way that I was doing it before, and okay, I kind of have an idea of what I was doing. Okay. Yeah, a lot of this part is going to be under shadow because it's below below her over here. So, Pumpkin, what's up? Am I amazing? Super. Why do you always have such motivational words for everyone, you know? Why do you always have such motivational words for everyone? But Pumpkin, you know, sometimes maybe it's not us that are the wonderful blessings and the super loved and the best in the world. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the one that's super loved and blessed in this world, you know? Have you ever considered that possibility? You know what? You're right. Everyone does deserve to be loved, you know? You are definitely right on that. Oh yeah, and also, you know, like, fortunately I didn't have time to upload the new emotes that Omuni made for me, you know? Um I will get them eventually uploaded. I was just so caught up in doing this and caught up in trying to fix my laptop this entire week that I just didn't have the time to do it. But I think now that it seems like things have maybe been fixed. I don't I don't want to come out and just be like, yeah, we got everything done, you know, like the laptop works and stuff like that, right? Like there's a possibility that this is just temporary. But, you know, if things go well within the next 2 days or so, you know, maybe we will be able to do that, and we'll be able to upload all the stuff, and you know, like you guys can take a look and enjoy some of those new emotes. Yeah, there's one of them. Also, hear me out. Sneak a Mimikyu into that art or remove a pixel and ask someone where it's at. Oh, am I sneaking a Mimikyu in here? Now, is there some lore behind that? As to why I would do that? Is it related to? Because I have to admit, I'm very much new to Mint's streams and things like that, right? So you know, I'm not accustomed to certain things. With her, I like her design. That's why I started drawing this, and I saw her in quite a few collabs with some other creators and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that's cool, you know, like. So that's where my interest in her came from. So I might not be at all like as versed in any of the lore behind Mint here. Now it would be more canon to put Metal Gear Solid reference because she fucking loves. Oh, really? Holy crap! I didn't realize that. Okay, so I removed the pixel from a Gundam picture and told a friend of mine to where the missing pixel is. They took an hour and couldn't find it. Yeah, they wiped us that they seen was the missing pixel. Wow. Your friend was probably searching oh so long for this missing pixel. It was like, where could it possibly be? Why did Pumpkin send me on this chase? I could put something Metal Gear related in here, to be honest. I had played quite a few of the Metal Gear games. Myself, I'm not like the biggest fan of Metal Gear, but I have played the games. I've even played Snake Eater and Metal Gear Solid 4. I remember playing that one and being like, damn, this. Like, why is this game so... Like, why does this game come on so many discs? And how come? How come? Why is it so long? There's so much story. So you can make one of her fan mascots Snake? Oh, that's true, yeah. Maybe I can. I'll put like the snake bandana, or if she's more of a fan of Big Boss, maybe something that's more less solid snake, more liquid snake. I mean, not liquid. Naked snake, right? Like maybe something like that. I don't know. Whoops, too much erase. Just a little bit. You know what? That's too much, yeah. Put a cardboard box in the background. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Cardboard box, or maybe have like like some kind of iconography from Metal Gear Solid back there. Have a literal naked snake, yeah. You know, I don't come up with the names. Because, you know, snakes don't wear clothes. I know. Oh, actually, one thing that I should probably do too for this is, so there should be a layer with the reflected lights, right? Like in this, let's see. Right? So like a lot of times light doesn't just go like one way and then just like stay on top of something, right? So like let's say the sun or whatever light source is behind her, but it's coming from the upper left side over here. If it's coming down towards where her face is and stuff like that, right? And where her clothes are, right? Naturally she covers a lot of the lighting, right? And then that's what causes the shadows underneath her to kind of form, right? But there's also the light that goes past her. And then eventually it hits something. And then if the surface is reflective enough, it bounces back upwards, right? So sometimes it's actually kind of neat to have that that effect, even regardless of if it's like, you know, ultra realistic or not. It is kind of neat, like if you do something like let's see if I could pull it off. And it's the same thing with the, you know, the rim lighting, right? Like, it's the same concept, it's just, you know, a little bit more subtle. Though maybe I'm making it too harsh right now. You just add a little bit of it. You don't need to have too much. Yeah, I'm probably working on a lot of the finishing touches a little bit too early here. Because that's usually something that I save for towards the end, because it kind of it's kind of the period at the end of the sentence. I you know, like in a lot of ways and stuff. So that's why I don't normally work on it like this early. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good, even if it is a little early. And I'm on purpose not trying to smooth it out completely, because it's like, I don't really like having it too smooth. I like having a little bit of the texture there and stuff like that. So you can kind of see, like, what I was talking about here too, where I was like saying, like, there's light coming in from where her waist is, right? Like, because this part between her arm and her hips and her waist are gonna, you know, let light through. That's why this part is a little bit lighter on this side, but you have to have like a similar effect on the other side as well. So that's why I'm trying to have this over here like this. And then maybe a little bit over here. And we can even have some on the frills over here. Whoops, I erased that part by accident. But yeah, I'm gonna at least say for a fact that, you know what? It does seem like some of those issues with my laptop have been fixed. So I'm happy. I'm happy now. Like, if I could work this long and nothing happened, I think we're good on that regard. So have some on the leg here. Realistically speaking, you don't really have that much reflective light on the leg like this, except for if like you're very sweaty and stuff like that. But you know, like anime characters. I'm just gonna say it, anime characters. Anime characters are always they've got all of the effects going. They got the ray tracing on at 100% at highest quality, even when you don't need it. I'm still learning to draw. I mostly do pen and paper. I mean, that's fine, Pumpkin, you know, like I was saying earlier too, you know, like it doesn't matter what you're using to learn to draw. Like the medium doesn't matter, because I learned how to draw on pen and paper too. Like I didn't have a computer when I was little to learn to draw. I was just drawing on whatever paper there was and annoying the hell out of everyone else in my house because they couldn't find any paper to write on. So it's like I think it's okay, you know? Yeah, it was like I definitely learned in a very non-traditional way to draw and stuff like that. And you just kind of learned with what you got, you know?
You didn't even start off doing moe art.
I know, I didn't even start off doing moe art. I was mostly drawing like freaking superheroes and Dragon Ball and stuff like that, you know? Like,
what a transition.
I know, what a change, right? But that's just how it is, you know? Like, we all have our phases.
It's just a phase, Mom.
It's just a phase, Mom. Don't worry about it.
Huh? Are you drawing from the correct one?
Yes, I'm drawing from the correct one now. I'm pretty sure.
Do you want me to check?
I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm gonna zoom out.
That's the wrong one.
How is that the wrong one?
That's the old one.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm drawing.
Oh, I thought you were drawing the new one.
Oh no, I'm not. Because I'm trying to draw it with the long sleeves. Which actually, now that I look at it, I could have been doing the new one because it doesn't matter. She has the long sleeves on the new one too.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
Why aren't you drawing the newer one?
I don't know. I don't care.
We're talking about the outfit design.
Yeah, we're talking about the outfit design. I kept mixing elements of her original outfit design with the new and the old ones, the updated one, right? And like it was coming out like I had to redraw so many parts of this, but I was actually trying to draw, you know, the one where she has that and stuff, and I didn't know that this was
the new updated one.
Yeah, I didn't know this was the new updated one,
and
whose that
art mama that is. Does the face not remind you of anybody? A certain vampire?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the vampire's art mama.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Because yeah, I had all the details for this version actually. Like you can even see some of it still
there.
Is still there because like I took the heart locket out of here.
That's not a locket
or whatever.
That's a belt.
A buckle. I don't know. I can't English.
It's not English. It's just fashion.
No, I can't English right now.
You can still technically put it in. It would still work.
No, I know it would still work and stuff like that, but like I've redrawn it so many times. Like I took them all out. I went around and took every little accessory. Yeah, every buckle out, every button that like I saw. I would even have to redraw like this part and stuff like that. Like there was just like it's very similar, but it's also very different. So like, you know, I didn't realize like even the hair, like That's an element from her more updated design. It's not in the old one.
You're just mixing it.
Yeah, at this point, I just kind of mixed it up, I think, and
Daddy, I need to tell you.
What?
Mom terrorized me.
What?
Did you hear me screaming for help? Actually, I heard it on stream.
Oh yeah. He was getting his brushing.
He was getting his brushing.
He was getting his brushing. Yeah.
He's not happy about it.
He's not happy.
Now he's avoiding me. Well, he always avoids me.
I'm just coloring in the lighting for some stuff so that I don't need to actually add it afterwards. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should consider adding that stuff back, but I feel like I've already redrawn it. Like it's already done. You're already in the hole. It's too late. Let me just go like that. And then just making sure I don't accidentally color in places that don't need that stuff. There we go. Okay. Let's see, what else do we need? Okay. The blue color parts to get a little bit detail, and then the brown parts need some shading. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's do it. I think the shadow on the blue parts is going to be pretty quick to do. Yeah, I figured this would be one of the quicker things to do because the shading on the blue parts here is not gonna be the most detailed thing. So and let me erase some of this stuff, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have it in those places. Okay. Okay, that's not a good change. Alright, we'll leave it the way it is. And then brown parts will also have something like this. Hey, no, miss. How you doing? How's everything? I think I'm nearing the end of this one. So, and it looks like I'm also past my laptop troubles, as I feel like maybe perhaps I did figure it out for myself, at least. For everyone else that has a similar HP laptop, unfortunately, maybe they're still having the same issues though. But at least for me, it looks like the issues that I was having have dissipated quite a bit. So. That's good, yeah. Oh, you're tired? Yeah, I need to upload those new emotes that you made. I really do. Because I know that the emotes on Twitch have needed an update for so long. Needs new emotes to play with, you know? Onegai muscle is right. And then I gotta get on that too. There's actually like something that I wanted to add for the point redeems. I think it's funny. I don't know if you guys think it's funny, but I think it's funny. And I want to add it to the point redeems and stuff, but you know, like, I still haven't done it yet. Oh, that's right. So this part is going to be all this, for sure. And then maybe a little back here. That's definitely going to have that. And you know what? We can actually almost say that this is done. In a lot of ways. I gotta add the pattern back here, but, yeah. It's almost there. Okay, this part is like a transparent green. But it's okay, I can just do that. Well, maybe not that exactly. Okay, it's kind of nice to have things work on this computer and then be able to do what I need to be done in a relatively quick manner, as opposed to the last few weeks where I'm just kind of like every few minutes I have to reset everything, or I have to stop for a couple of seconds. It was actually kind of maddening, but you know, like I also knew that it's like, well, it's not like I could just go get a new computer, like it's like, so it's like, okay, let me just do this. Let me just like tough it out and see if it works. And yeah, you know, like we got here with it. So I think we're doing good. Now, let's see. There is a pattern here that I have to draw. It looks like the type of what is it called? Like a brick pattern of some sort. And it's probably got to be a lighter color, right? So it's like that, and then and I don't really need to draw any more of it than that because it's not really showing up right there, so That's the good news. I need a second multiply layer so I can add it like a darker shadow here. Okay, one more thing. Okay. And that is the shading for the yellow parts, right? Shading first, and then... Coffee! Why are you barking? Is it your nemesis? Is Tall Poodle outside? Are you upset because you see the tallest of poodles? Okay. And now, what else? What else do we need? I think what we need for the eyes is a little bit more like how we have like these kind of colored details and things like that in the eyes. We probably need to do that up here, because I see in the reference that I'm looking at, she actually has like, it has some in her eyes here. And she's got a little bit of this color in the corners. And then what else? What else? What else we need? Yeah, sorry, I've got a ton of layers here now, so I gotta figure out where's what now. I don't know anymore. Oh no, something caught in my throat. Hold on, guys. Even if the hydration is not legal, we still do it. Okay, I think this is about it, but we need to add something to this. I know I'm definitely gonna add some kind of a colored background of some sort. Not like a fully detailed background or anything like that. Maybe like a pattern back there or something like that. Or maybe even like I could just add a sky. To be honest, that's like my go-to background. So I could always do something like that, but I think that it does make sense to add a little something to this. Let's see. I know how I'll add it. Let's see. Okay. And then it's like... Salamat Pagi! Why? You know, I haven't heard that in so long. I know there's an actual language there, but just saying, like, I just haven't heard that in so long. What's up, Huff? How you doing? I'm finishing. I'm finishing this work. You know? I'm finishing this work by adding a certain bandana. How should I do his beard here? Let's see. Maybe I'll just do it like really silly looking. Like, maybe I'll just, like, maybe this is the way. Like the Mandalorian, this is the way. Like, how about... I'll just add it like that. See, like the he has the bandana and the snake beard, and it kind of like it's kind of there, but it's not too much in the way of the image and stuff like that. Like, not that I think it would be in the way, but you know, like just the hint of it, I think is fine. And then and then I guess I'll just add one more thing. So we all love Perlin noise. I think we all love this. For those of you that draw, you guys know I'm doing this. So I'm basically just adding texture to the artwork. There's just like a certain smoothness that digital art has that's like sometimes a little bit much. So you add noise to it, you know, like to break that up a little bit. And then after you add noise to it, let's see. A binturang as a pet? What's that? I actually don't know what that is. And then let's see. Let me do some corrections to this as it is right now. Without the backgrounds and stuff like that, it's fine. Because again, I might add the backgrounds as just like simple looking like patterns and stuff, right? So I don't necessarily need a color. Oh, oops. And oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, it's too red. Too red. Like that, and then a correction layer. And there. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Is been too wrong? What is that? What is that? Am I even saying it right? Thanks for the hydrate, by the way, Nomus. I forgot to thank you for that. But yeah, that's why you kind of work with less saturated colors in the first place, because at the end you do corrections to it and you bring out the colors a lot more and stuff like that, right? So it's like you don't want to have very saturated colors in the first place. Oh, that one's making me laugh now. That one in the corner. Oh man. And I made it removable too. So like, you know, if we should want to have like say a version that does not have Solid Snake there. Oh man. Oh, you sent? Okay. Give me a second. I will look real quick. Oh. the dangly limbs. Okay, yeah, and I think this is like ready for a couple of finishing touches. Amongst the finishing touches here are like the background, and again, the background's not going to be anything really crazy, right? It's just going to be like a simple pattern or simple colors or whatever, you know, something that will mix with this particular color scheme and stuff like that. I don't really want to do like a full background. I mean, and again, I could just put a sky there. I draw a sky with everything. To be honest, I could just do it. Like, you know what? Let me see how I feel about it if I actually try it. Let's see. How do I feel about it if I do it? Because the problem is I just do this for everything that I draw. So it's like, you know, this is the gradient that I always freaking use. You know what? It works. I'm not gonna say it doesn't work. Like, just having a sky back here and some clouds and stuff like that, it kind of works. Even though I had originally imagined this as being like at nighttime or something like that, this kind of works. I know this is like really stupid, but you know, like, do they smell like popcorn? Is that really what it is? Though the popcorn smell could be from the fact that they might have like it's sort of like if you smell corn chips from your dog, then you know you have to get some ear cleaning fluid. I'm just saying, you know, like let's see what like. Again, you know, like I always feel like, yeah, this is kind of my go-to in terms of backgrounds and stuff like that, right? Like I end up drawing clouds and sky quite a bit. You know, so it's like it's just one of those things, right? Like sometimes you're just comfortable with certain things, and you know, this is one of the things that I'm comfy with. And then let's add like pumpkin, yeah. Okay. And then... like... like... let's see... yeah, let's see. Whoops. Adding a little bit of light there. Actually, you know what? Now that I think of it, if I'm gonna have that part like that, then I really should. And it should have been from this side, and now it's like, oh, secrets revealed. Secrets revealed. Okay. And then go like this. Okay, maybe, you know what, maybe not like that, because let me just go backwards now. Undo. Undo. There we go. Okay. And actually, at this point, maybe I could put the box in the background too. like this is the point where I could consider it like having, because then it would be like, you know, like there's an actual environment here where I can actually add that and stuff, right? Yeah, like it's kind of funny when you get to this point in terms of coloring art or doing your art and stuff like that. That you're making all sorts of like concessions, but at the same time you're also adding things too, right? Because of where you went with this. Like originally, again, I didn't really plan on having a sky like that, but you know, maybe it does work for this one, you know, maybe it does. Possibility that it might actually work. What else could be added to this to make it work a little bit better? You know what? I know what I should do. I know what I should do. So I'm gonna take all of my layers. I'm gonna take every single layer that I have. I'm gonna duplicate it. Okay, it didn't do the thing that I thought it was gonna do. It didn't actually do the thing that I thought it was gonna do, but let's try again. Okay, let's try again. Copy. Gonna paste. Okay, waiting. Okay, that's weird. It's not doing the thing that I think it's supposed to do. So what I'm trying to do is copy all my layers and make a duplicate so that I can make a flattened version of this, right? And from the flattened version of it, then I can do other effects and stuff like that. But it looks like it's not agreeing with me. So I think... Let me try something else. I'll put everything into its own folder. And then I'm just going to copy the folder and paste it. Oh, it's not actually doing it. Oh, wait, there it is. And then everything in that folder, I can merge selected, and then it creates like one big flattened version of this, right? So then with this flattened version, then I put in a layer here, and I clip this to the layer below. And then I gotta duplicate that layer one more time. Let's see, duplicate layer just one more time. I'm gonna hide that one. And I'm gonna make this duplicate not clipped. Okay, so there's a reason I'm doing this. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a Gaussian blur on this layer. Let's see the preview. Okay. Then take the blurry one and then just do this. Hold on. Take the blurry one. Okay, it's kind of invisible right now, but what I'm gonna do is take a color and paint in the areas that I want the blur to be and stuff like that using a very soft brush, right? So this object right here, I want to be blurry. So I'm causing it to be blurry right now, right? And then same thing with Mr. Snake here. Right? And then there's certain parts of the image that can also be a little bit blurry, like maybe down here where her legs are. And then the sides over here. Yeah, the little beard, yeah. He looks like Solid Snake, that's why. Maybe that's a little bit too blurry. I don't know. Maybe the only parts of it that should be blurry are the ghost in the background. You know, like sometimes you gotta kind of like play with this a little bit and see if the effect looks okay or not. You know, like if they're a little bit blurry, then what ends up happening is that they look like they're a part of the background where she's not. Let's see. And then you just add a little bit to the different parts of her body that are out of focus. Just a little bit. Not too much. And then maybe more with the stuff that's back here. And then we'll take the other non-flattened version. Well, no, we gotta... And then sometimes a lot of people like to add something like this where you do like a very soft haze over the image too. Not quite like that though, but no overlay and then just regular. Then like nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. I think it takes away a little bit too much from the rest. Yeah, there we go. I think this is done. There's some little adjustments that I'll make on this to kind of fix certain things that I personally think could be fixed, but I think this one's done. And then I'll probably post it like both horizontal and vertical. You know, it works either way, which is like something that I like about the way this one came out. It's because like the image can be used either way. So I do like that. I do like that. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We finished. Oh, we're just on time too. Oh, this is pretty cool. So I guess next time we're probably gonna end up doing we're gonna end up coloring in Zentrea. I'm gonna try to push to see if I can get line art done for her early, because I actually know which design that I want to do and which like pose and stuff like that, right? Like I've been kind of waiting to do this one for a little bit, but now I'm like, oh, we're there. And then after that, we're gonna probably try to do like maybe one or two more of these in preparation, because I feel like this month I gotta really crank out some art and stuff like that, right? Like, and there are a lot of things that I really want to draw, but you know, as of right now, I'm still on my VTuber training arc, and I think it's coming along. You know, like this is probably one of the better things that I feel like I've done in a while. So we'll see what happens. As we go. But yeah, thanks for, like, you know, always visiting, guys, like, and you know, like, just kind of like watching me try to figure this out. It's always like kind of frustrating as a journey and stuff like that, especially with all the hardware issues that we had. But you know, I'm glad we kind of, you know, got through this one, and you know, like, I kind of can't wait till the next one, and then, you know, we'll see where it goes from there. Like, you know, I could continue to do more VTuber stuff, but I also feel like there's a couple of characters from certain games that I think I should have drawn like as of late. But we'll see, you know, like you know, like, as my art output increases, maybe that'll just kind of correct itself. But yeah, here we go. I won't be back until next Tuesday. As usual, I will mention I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, like, you know, the weekend's gonna be long, but you know, I hope you guys enjoy the weekend, and let's see what's going on. For those of you who are on Twitch, stick around for a little bit, because we gotta go look and see. We gotta go look and see who's on, who is here, who is there. Let's see. I see some people's playing certain games. I see some people's arting, perhaps. I don't know. Where should we go? Who should we pay a visit to? Who shall we pay a visit to? Let's see. Oh, you know what? A friend of the channel, the eagle that is full of lightning, is playing Digimon. So yeah, let's go pay a visit. But yeah, I'll see you guys next Tuesday, and have a great weekend. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Going to raid in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. But yeah, like, I think the part of this image that I'm most proud of is that little beard. All right, here we go. I'll see you guys next time, and yeah, like, have a great weekend. All right, bye guys.